All right, Health Nibblers, this is number 94, and we're going to talk about insulin. So when I was in school, we were taught that, 6 meals a day keeps that fire going. You get up, you eat breakfast, the most important meal in the morning. I'm sure everybody's heard that. You eat breakfast, and you get your metabolism revved up, and then you eat multiple times a day, and it keeps your metabolism going. And there's some truth to it as far as burning, but when we talk about in terms of caloric burning, but what I really want you guys to start thinking about is hormones, not calories. It's not about food coming in. For instance, I ate in a small window yesterday, didn't eat at night, played hockey, got home about 9:30, didn't eat, just had water, went to bed, got up, met a buddy, happens to be an active couple days. We mountain biked pretty hardcore and then didn't eat until lunch. And so, why would I do that? Well, for one, when you're fat adapted and your metabolism's in that fat burning mode, I have energy like you wouldn't believe. So, I can just go and go and go because I have like 80,000 calories of fat that I can burn. And when my body knows how to utilize it, it works great. The other thing is you don't use insulin in that whole process. So, and insulin is at the root of most chronic disease. I mean, it drives pretty much every chronic disease, heart disease, cancer, even with our neurodegenerative patients, we try to get out of that sugar insulin burning pathway to get them to heal. So I'm going to, when I was in school, so this was early 2000s, I mean, we were taught 6 meals a day and things changed, right? So I used to teach people that. So this is what happens is when you eat 6 meals a day, so let's say here's a day, and we eat a meal and we eat small meals, and when you snack, every time you snack, you're going to get an insulin spike. You're going to get some sort of insulin response, even if it's not carbohydrates. Carbohydrates are going to have a huge response, but it's going to change your hormones a little bit, even if you snack. So that's why we love fasting and intermittent fasting. So let's say 6 times a day, I eat, even if they're small meals. What happens is my insulin will bump up, bump up, bump up, bump up, bump up. And it does that, even though you're just eating 6 meals a day, and it keeps bumping up. And if I do that all the time, all of a sudden I have really high insulin levels. And then if you have that run in your family, so I'm not saying diabetes is genetic, but there's epigenetic components. Like I was just with my buddy, Dr. Jason Plotsky this weekend, and his dad died of I think a heart attack, and which was related to his diabetes. And Jason, who's really healthy, he has to be completely dialed in because his A1C will jump up easier than, like, say, mine would. So, if that's sort of stuff is in your family, you got to be super clean, grain-free, intermittent fasting, sugar-free. For the most, you can have cheat days and stuff. Don't get me wrong, but for the most part, 80-20 rule. 80% of the time, you're doing pretty good. So anyway, so you have these days. When you go 6 times a day, it'll keep bumping that insulin up. So imagine, let's do another timeline. And it's like me, okay? I ate, let's say this is yesterday, and I ate and I got an insulin spike, right? And then I play hockey, right? And it drops down, and then guess what? I don't eat until midday. So I'm down here, flat, right? And then I eat and I get a spike. But I'm not, if I would have been eating, I would have been way up here. So the more insulin you have pumping, the more disease you're going to have. And if you're doing that day in and day out and you're snacking, even if it's healthy snacks, you're better off just not having any food. So that's your health nibble for the day. Control your insulin levels by really being dialed in on when your meals are going to be. You have that short eating window, and minimize your snacking or eliminate it. That's your health nibble.